Archive. My name is Ryan, and I will be your dungeon master tonight as we continue our adventures in the Dark Kingdoms. With me, as always, we have Matt as a Victor of the Caldera, the human death cleric. I pointed this way, but he is not that way. Jess as Dariana Bloodright, the elf-marked Seraphage sorceress. Jason as Cutter the Faceless, the Daracool rogue duelist. Andy is still not with us this evening, and Eric as Sylvester, the Dampier Warlock, with his imp familiar, Annie. The Dark Kingdoms takes place in the Midgard setting, which is published by Kobold Press, so you may notice some differences in the races, classes, features, and stuff like that. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in chat. Please be aware also, this is an evil campaign containing evil aligned characters in a dark fantasy setting, and as such may not be suitable for all of you people. Graphic descriptions of gore, murder, mutilation, and torture are fairly common. So, how's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
Now that we're playing the D&Ds.
Oh, it's just Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's so good to be Wednesday.
Ready to explore this dungeon.
I feel like, also, hey Steph, hello. I feel like it's forever between sessions, and I forget that at one point we were doing every 2 weeks, and it feels like an eternity.
Yeah.
In between.
Yeah.
So let's
I know, a week. It's crazy.
But we'll see what happens. I'm also.
And Sylvester is inverted.
Hold on.
He cast invisibility.
Plane shift.
Oh, maybe we should talk about almost hitting our goal.
Oh my goodness. Maybe we should just talk in general instead of sitting here in silence. This is a stream. Hello, we are streamers. Yes, I don't even, what are we at, 246? We are at 246 followers. At 250, we will run Tomb of Mercy, which is a tournament style module written by the wonderful Source of Victory. Go, Cloudbot. Go. It will go eventually. I've wanted to run this for a very long time. I'm super excited for it. Sooner or later, hopefully, we will hit that 250, and I will start prep for it. And we will run that game. Seriously, Cloudbot, what do we?
Yeah, what the heck?
Stupid Cloudbot. All right, let me refresh that real quick. Also, we have a couple of completed community challenges I will be running eventually, one of which is Jess, who was kind of got her arm twisted into running, into DMing a game. That is being planned behind the scenes, and eventually either on its own day or maybe on a Wednesday to take place of one of these sessions, we will be running a one-shot DM'd by Jess, also known as Dariana.
Oh, there we go. Bunchy's friend. Just got to follow. Nice.
Yeah. Bunchy.
Boom.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Also, let's just turn off Cloudbot and turn it back on. Sometimes you just have to pick it up and drop it. Off. On. There it goes. And let's see.
Oh man, how did you get more Banes than some of us have Blesses? That's insane.
Oh shit, we also have Banes and Blesses. Well, I can't do XP because Cloudbot's being a poop. Maybe it's me. Let's just X out of that. Let's try to pop out chat again.
I mean, even if I did it, I did one.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Maybe it was just my pop-up.
Oh, got it.
So anyway, what were we saying? So those are things. We are at 247 now. We are 3 away from that goal. We do have another community goal that is coming at some point. one day when our wonderful Beatum is no longer being worked to the bones. And we'll talk about that as that approaches. So as of D&D, do we have any other new news? Anything crazy coming up? Merkborg tomorrow, but other than that, nope.
I don't think so. I think that's it. Yeah.
So, remind me, everybody, what happened last week on the Adventure Archive?
Victor knows.
Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry. I was trying to be polite.
I wouldn't bug you if you weren't the guy who kept all the notes. So
I'm pretty sure that we began with Dariana having a beautiful new sassy haircut from Flames, and we healed her, and then we saw a chunk of stone that was apparently from the pants of one of the people that we took care of. It said Q Elia 4. We probably spent more time than we needed to wandering around. Annie saw a young child at the gate. Unfortunately, we found out that the money that we had given, Sylvester had given this young child, got the child beat up, basically, and robbed. So my sense is that Sylvester has some special plans for those kids. We headed over to the Citizens' Graves, southeast portion. We did not see a ghast, but we found out that we stopped by Golomesh's shack again. He's quite a chatty fellow, super helpful. Then we showed the grave marker to the matriarch of the Hajati family. She told us that, in fact, the Q probably was for Tariq. And it's an old member, long dead in the is it Elia? Elia family tomb? So then we headed over there and we found this huge mausoleum. We saw like a sandlark in flight carrying a package, which was the Elia, like I guess their version of FedEx back in the day of Midgard, and then it was a very jackal themed mausoleum, to put it lightly. There was a god named Anu Akma. The mask is of Hades, and was sitting there. And Dariana did a great job finding, I believe, a secret door with her mage hand. Kind of open it up, and now it seems like we're in a mausoleum crawl, but we're just in the beginning. Cutter and Sylvester found another, like a way to press like the jackal heads in order, opening up one of two secret doors, I think, that he identified, because somebody critted with a nat 20. Yeah, Cutter perception critted, so it was a total of 29. So he found seams on two different walls, and we're standing in the hallway.
Any credit for figuring that out.
No credit. Okay.
That was all.
It was all him. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I couldn't see shit. I was back up on the staircase with my little silly scroll.
I always love it when we're like a place like this, because then Cutter can do his thing.
Do his thing.
Yeah. I had nothing to do with that. I was like,
I would say that
twiddling my thumbs.
I believe we're staring straight down the hallway at a seated jackal right now.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we move the patterns on the walls, or touch them, press them, and then open this one door. However, there's one more to open. We think.
Give me one hot second, and we will get crack-a-lackin'. Let's switch up some music.
Yes, rogue gonna rogue.
Rogue will, in fact, rogue. Can't stop him if he tried. All right. So, as we settle back in.
Good music too.
I like these. I wish there was just a couple more. All right, so as we get started here, you are all in someplace. We'll find in a second. You are in what appears to be the entry chamber of some catacomb beneath the Ilia family tomb. You are surrounded by these smooth interlocking sandstone bricks. On one wall is the head of a jackal that had spoken to you when you first came in. You heard it say, "Be gone from this place," in an ancient dialect, a mix of Common and Nurian. The wall on the left, you had found those impressions, those carvings of jackals, solving some type of puzzle after finding two secret doors in the walls. You're able to open the eastern door, and as you said, you are looking down this hallway currently. 5, 10, 15, 20. About 30 feet away from you is similar to the statue above that had to be opened in order to find whatever this area is a seated jackal tucked into what appears to be an alcove. If I remember correctly, last time you guys had opened this door and had decided to send Annie skittering down the hallway. Just as that direction is given from Sylvester to Annie, and she starts to turn to walk down that hallway, you suddenly hear these heavy footfalls from behind you.
Like up the stairs?
Up the stairs, coming down. Just these like thudding, slow, plodding footfalls.
Victor's going to walk past Dariana and then kind of point at his dagger if she's thinking she needs it.
And are you two are at the base of the steps at this point, like in the room, ready to go, right?
Yeah, I was at the base of the steps. So my thought is, if I hear something really heavy come down, we definitely need our awesome blood sorcerer not to get whacked from behind.
So we'll take you off the base of the steps. And what
do we all hear this?
Oh yeah, I mean they're pretty heavy footfalls.
Okay.
But I can clog up this little, like the stairwell. Like I could be right there at the bottom.
Sure, if you like to.
I mean,
you actually hear sand kind of skittering down the steps, small rocks coming ahead of these things, as you hear it clumping down around the spirals above you.
Does it sound like it's coming like down the stairs, or does it just sound like it's pounding on the ceiling above us?
It sounds like it's coming down the stairs.
Dariana, Cotter, Sylvester, do you hear this?
Yes, what did you wake?
I do not know what you're talking about, friend, but it sounds like it's coming for us. So, should we wait, ambush it at the bottom of stair?
As you're talking, you suddenly see this face appear from around a corner, kind of looking around.
Okay.
You see this.
Is it attached to anything?
No, it's just a floating face.
Yeah, so...
one of the ones that Cutter cut off is just animated and chasing him now with heavy footfalls. No, you see from around the corner a face peer out.
Okay.
And you see these slavering jaws, these ears poking up, these beady, bestial eyes looking at you. And what you see in front of you as it continues and takes one more plodding step, coming fully into view, just a couple steps up right in front of you, Victor.
Okay. Holy cow. I only see his toes, but they look gnarly.
Oh, it's because it has the fog of war?
Fog.
Oh, there it goes.
Holy hyena.
No.
That's awesome. Is Victor sense that he's undead, or is Victor set because he's got the same eyeball as Victor? It's kind of cool.
Oh, he's got eyeballs.
You guys should high five.
You also see that there's some type of straps across his shoulders, and he's slightly under a little bit of weight, seems to be hunching slightly.
So Victor just says stop in common. I don't know if he speaks common, but Victor doesn't speak Nurian, so.
So
It's a good thing I can smell you, Victor. I wouldn't have been able to find you down here if I couldn't smell you.
Beaton, is that you, my friend? Oh, goodness, you've gotten taller.
Very astute. I have inhabited this body. I'm still not used to it yet. And the creature turns around and
So good.
strapped to its back underneath a shield is Beatum's body.
Oh no! That's awesome. Oh,
in
Beaton.
a catatonic state.
So good. Beaton.
I see it didn't take him long to find someone to carry his baby ass around.
Oh, I like this much better than me carrying you, Beaton. This is excellent, my friend. Are you? What happened to you?
I am fine. I just needed something stronger to fight.
Oh my goodness. So we do not need to worry about this. What do we call him or her?
It doesn't matter. Who cares what its name was?
Okay. Very cool. Chernobog blesses this very much.
So you also see that like wrapped kind of close around Beatum is this like little gem thing too. And you can kind of see like a spirit essence inside of the gem as well. This gnoll is an ugly gnoll. Also stinks a little bit too, in a different way than Beatum stank.
It's undead at this point.
I mean, is it?
In order for the spell to work, it has to be alive. It doesn't work.
It has to be alive.
Undead.
Okay. And so but when are you talking through its mouth? Like is its lips moving, and we hear your voice?
You hear the creature
awesome.
speak in a mannerism that reminds you of Beatum.
I love it. Gotcha. Oh, this is so good.
Step out of the hallway and be like you can tell I'm like ready with a spell. Like,
I hope there's 4 more of these, like Voltron style, and you're all gonna
beautiful
connect together.
Well, this thing is definitely quieter than Beatum.
I'm not
I can say
used
that
to its
much.
footfalls yet. It's dragging a large spear too that just kind of like plunks against things as he like scuffles along. You kind of get the feeling maybe that the creature is more graceful than Beatum is capable of making it. He just hasn't like mastered control of the thing yet.
Okay.
Is that like Boris Karloff's Wolfman? What is that?
So good.
It kind of looks like it. I couldn't find a better filter for a gnoll.
that works.
It's
not
bad. It's not bad.
Oh, so good, Andy. You're a genius. Oh my god. Okay.
So I'm like ready with a spell because I'm like, the fuck?
Sylvester, it is clearly Beatum. I think we will not be sneaking up on anybody today.
Clearly beat him? It's a fucking gnoll.
Very astute, my handsome friend. But you know what magics are capable of.
Okay.
Beatum, please tell me you can cast spells through this meat sack. If we depend on his spear, I do not feel good about this.
The gnoll reaches into a pouch and produces several cards and like fans them out.
Nice.
As soon as I see the cards, I'm like, all right.
This is fucking awesome. Oh, Andy.
So,
well, he has picked up uglier dates before, so shall we move on?
Yeah.
For everybody's kind of clarity, Beatum has used the spell Magic Jar to possess the body of a Gnoll gladiator using the stats of a gladiator. He is able to cast spells, but there's like nuances where you can't go outside of the stat block. Basically, I get the stats and all of the good stuff, but it's just there's some real downsides to it. Like, for instance, if the Gnoll dies, there's a really good chance that I could die, or
what could happen? What could go wrong?
All sorts of bad shit.
You're strapped to his back.
Yep. Behind a shield. A shield.
Can we tell that you're?
Should we put your body in the bag?
No. I need to breathe. My body needs to breathe.
You're breathing through the body.
Gnoll turns and puts the shield down.
Yes.
And you can see that Beatum is alive and breathing, just catatonic.
Interesting. I like this. This is fucking fascinating. All right. I'm gonna have to share this with me later, but we're kind of in the middle of something.
I believe they were serving this at the restaurant. They call poo-poo platter, yes?
I don't think you would want to eat something that smells like this.
So when you're laying on the shield, its lips are moving, not yours.
Yeah, Beatum is not moving at all. It is 100% the Gnoll.
I got it. Okay. Oh, this is great. I love it. Thank you. Sorry about that. Sursa had a good joke, by the way. He said Beatum and join them. It was a very dad joke.
We also got 100 bits from AK, some rando,
AK.
Thanks, AK. Rando.
What's up, Rando?
As you are
crafty.
She is quite crafty. As you guys are all kind of settling into the fact that
oh my God.
Beatum, Gnoll-um, whoever this creature is, in front of you with Beatum strapped to his back, you still have an. Oh, let me actually.
Yeah. Let's get his token in there.
There we go.
Give you a token. There you go.
Very nice.
Oh, great.
So as you are all kind of settling into this realization, you still have an open door to the east. What are you doing?
Sylvester, are you going to send your beast down there, or shall I go?
Well, I either or.
Considering she doesn't touch the ground, maybe her first.
All right. So keep that in mind when you go, that she hasn't touched the ground. And I'll have Annie fly on down to in there. Why can't I grab her?
And I want to investigate the floor, just take a closer look, to see if I can see while she does this, any kind of signs of traffic or disturbances or anything like that.
And I'm not getting control of Annie.
There you go.
Oh, I need my character sheet.
There we go.
That's what I forgot.
So down to here.
Okay. So as she walks down this corridor, do you want to be stealthy? Do you want her to just be kind of scurrying? What does it do? What does she look like? How is she acting now? Is it any different than the previous Annie?
I don't think she's been in her body long enough to change her mannerisms too much, but she is bigger. So there could be some coordination issues, possibly. I don't know. That'd be your call. But she was going to fly down to the middle and just kind of peek both ways. I think she's in the habit of being stealthy because that was kind of her role before.
Gotcha. But now, yeah, she's and so for those that are unaware, I don't know if the party's all aware of what happened, but at one point, yeah. Well, an IRL too. At one point the oh yeah, because when you you disappeared, and right when you came back, Beat 'em kind of ran off.
Yeah.
So at one point you guys all entered the Shadow Road. Sylvester and Annie went first, and when you enter the Shadow Road, he was not there with you. But as you left the Shadow Road, he walked out of the portal behind you. And when he came through, Annie, the tiny imp familiar that he had always had with him since you had met him, had turned into Annie, the small spine devil familiar that he has now.
I knew Beat 'em would like this.
Did you not know this IRL either?
No.
Someone doesn't catch up on our VODs. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been very busy.
I just hear excuses. But no, Annie, by the will of something, is now not tiny, is small, about the size of, I'd say roughly like a small dog, and spine covered, with some changes to her abilities and physiology. She can no longer go invisible. She's not quite as stealthy as she used to be, but she seems much more dangerous. As she flies to the end of this corridor, she looks at this jackal statue ahead of her, and then looks to the left, glancing down that hallway. What you see there is another corridor. At the end, another seated jackal statue in an alcove.
Okay.
Ooh,
So before she
real
goes
quick.
anywhere else, she's going to check out the jackal in front of her.
Okay.
I need to roll a couple dice real quick.
Oh, it's been a while since we had those portents.
Yeah, baby. Oh, we could have used them.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Ooh, okay.
Those are good rolls.
Those are awesome.
I just want to see 210 sometime. I think that's pretty much the worst you can possibly get on portents, right?
Yeah.
So, as future knowledge imbues the catatonic mind of Beat 'em strapped to the back of a gnoll, Victor, do you feel any sense of loss at needing to carry your friend Beat 'em around anymore?
I know normally we don't talk about what people are thinking about, but a little bit Victor's like fucking thinking like, I'm not much better than that Gnoll. Like he's really questioning his life choices right now.
I love how he has the same eye too.
Yeah. Yeah, like he sees the eye and he's like, oh,
Beat 'em, have
shit.
you replaced me? Yeah.
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 Well, no, like he was so easily replaced by this like mindless like brute. So yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh.
Aw. If Cloudbot was working, we could roll for aw, but Cloudbot is being a little poop. Aw. Oh, never mind. We got it.
16.
Let's throw some shout outs while it's still working.
There we go. Boom.
All right. Thanks, Cloudbot. Okay. So, jackal statue in front of you seated, jackal statue to the left of you seated.
So Annie's checking out the one right in front of her.
Okay. What is she doing? How is she checking it out? Is she sitting on his lap? Like, what is...
Yeah, completely.
Lap
Gonna
dance.
hop up on the lap and just start looking around it.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Looking around.
Okay, why don't you roll me an investigation with the Spine Devil? Do you have the Spine Devil?
I've got the stats right here. I didn't do the thing in the thing, but
Okay, here, let me just send it to you again.
whatever. Investigation. I got it.
This is the last time Ryan invites people over 50 to play with him.
Matt, you're
We're outta
very
here.
close.
No, I'm there. That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of
8.
Right, there you go. It's in
in the
chat,
club.
and then you can just click on the webpage. She looks it over, and it looks to be a jackal-headed statue. Just kind of seated at the end of an alcove. You don't see any. There's no weird things as her little spine fingers are kind of wandering over the statue. They don't depress any buttons or nothing is. I mean, it's very dusty. It's kind of scraping some of that off as she looks at it, but it appears to be just old, like I said, dusty. Maybe some cobwebs in the corners and stuff like that, but that's about it.
So I turn back to Cutter because he's the closest. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm like, it's just a statue, and there's a hallway going the other way. And it leads to another statue and another turn.
All right, I'll follow on then.
So I'm going to start stealthily moving down the hall. And I want to examine the floors and the walls as I go very slowly.
Okay. Why don't you roll me an investigation check?
Okay, I'm probably going to bless it, but we'll see.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and bane it just because let's get some rolling.
Damn it.
Oh shit!
Well,
Let's get that you burnt one of his veins.
Damn it.
yeah. So yeah, I see nothing. It looks like a regular floor.
Yeah. Let me remove one of my banes real quick. Can we get an exclamation point XP in the chat, please? Maybe some banes and some blesses in there too. If you would like to help or hinder the party, you can cast spells on them or me in order to bane, bless, shield, or give false life to the players. I have used one of my banes. I am in double. This is the first time I've been in double digits when we got into it last session. We got to start. We got to raise these prices up. You guys got too many of them. Start using them. So I'll just have to make more rolls for you guys. So just more stuff to fight.
All right, so I'm moving down.
Okay. And what is everybody else doing? Are you guys following along, or is he just going on his own?
I need control of my token, but Gnoll-um would like to go into the corner and not be standing immediately down that hallway.
No.
Controlled by. There you go. You now have Gnoll-um. What about Victor and Ariana and Sylvester? You guys just hanging out?
Well, I'm waiting till he makes the turn. Right now, I'm kind of staying right where I'm at. But I
Gotcha.
sent Annie kind of up the hall a little bit.
Okay. Cutter, as you're walking forward, right as you are getting in front of the jackal statue, you step on the ground and it seems to shift under your weight a little bit and then slowly sink down.
Oh, great. Are you getting me back from Merkborg last week?
Sure. And as your foot depresses this, you hear a click. And from behind you, you just hear as blades fly out from the walls, crossing across, and you are struck by the one closest to you, shooting across this hallway.
Do I get a save or anything? Or no?
I'm pretty sure, Jason, you still have the death ward on you.
Oh, I do. You're right.
Yeah.
So in case this takes me down all the way.
So the blade is actually going to make an attack roll against you.
Ah, okay.
As it slices in. And you see coming from behind you an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 5 blades slice across behind you. One of them potentially clipping you with a 21.
So considering this is a
thing you can see,
an
do you get your
attack.
uncanny dodge? Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Yeah, I can use my reaction to have the attack's damage. Yeah, that does hit.
Yes.
So,
So as this blade slices into you, it is going to give me my advanced dice roller, baby. it's going to do. Nope, bump that up by a couple.
Great. Holy shit. So 10
21,
or
21.
11?
Well, we'll go with 11.
Two 21s?
Well, it was 21 to hit and a 21 damage.
Oh, got it. So how much damage you said? 10 or 11?
So we'll go with 11.
All right.
Just because that extra 1 point will be for last week in Merkbor. So, and then they reset on the wall. And then a couple of seconds later, shink, 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 like across the corridor, just continuously slicing. And as it catches you and clips you from behind and slices open your back, what are you doing? And what are the rest of you doing when you see this?
I'm going to get off of that tile that depressed into the ground.
Okay.
Like
I
was going to move like right here.
You don't want to go that way?
Which one? Back? Well, they're right here, right? They're up and down here.
Yeah. Whenever I think of like trapped in a hallway, I just think of Galaxy Quest. But anyway, yeah. So you move into this other corridor, and as your foot slowly when you take your foot off of that that tile, it stays depressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you point exactly to where these blades are? Are they all the way up and down the hall?
So they appear to actually, let's do a polyagonal line, and we'll do like a bright gray. They appear to be slicing across. Oh, you piece of shit! Don't do that to me. Let's just freehand it. I can't do more than one polyagonal line without it trying to connect. Whoop, that's a straight line, guys.
Okay, so they're just going across the hall then, like that. All right.
So these, okay, yeah, that's a straight line. That's a straight line. Just pretend they're straight lines. Those seams kind of between the tiles, now that you notice them, seem a little bit wider than you would think they would be for the floors. And when you look at the walls, the sandstone blocks that make it up, there seems to be a slight separation in the ones in these areas, enough of these blades to slice through. And there's one that goes right across the front of the door as well, right here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And do these blades, are they up from the floor, the walls, the ceiling?
They come out from the walls across the entire opening. Okay. They appear to slice across and then slice back.
Okay.
And they seem to be coming through about every 6 seconds.
All right. And they're still coming?
They are, in fact. Every 6 seconds.
All right, here we go. This will be fun.
We can't beat them through here. Sylvester.
So I'm going to start going for it. As soon as one goes by, as soon as it retracts, I'll go to the first square.
Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
Was that him falling down the pit later tonight?
I was debating check versus saving throw.
What did nothing came up. I thought I rolled it.
Yeah, Cisco.
Come on, Sylvester.
Only the penitent man.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, dex check. Not saving?
Yeah, just do a check.
Well, we know
you're
like to pick now.
You're actively doing something versus something's being actively done to you, kind of. You're choosing to jump forward, so we'll go with check instead of save.
It's kind of the same, actually.
Kind of. But if you were jumping out of the way of the blade that's already coming towards you, I would say save, but you're jumping through the blade. So I'd say check. 6!
And bless.
Oh.
Not that it would matter.
Bless it.
Yeah, go bless it. Let's use up them blesses. Please tell me it was a 1.
7, baby.
Yeah, it was. So I get no advantage for timing this.
So it's not about the
I'm
timing.
just stumbling through. I'm like, I tried to time it as soon as it retracted. I have 6 seconds. Even if I trip, I've still got 5 seconds to get up.
You chose poorly.
Apparently, yeah.
And Victor kind of has his hand backwards on the Gnoll. He's keeping the Gnoll from following him.
You know what? Yeah, it is 6 seconds between each one. You can just kind of time it and step through. So we'll say you didn't roll a 1, so you step through, and right as you do, in front and behind you, the blades slice.
So if I can, while this is going on, I want to kind of kneel down and look at the depressed tile and see if there's any way I can attempt to disarm it somehow. I don't know, like see if I can move the tile up out of the way, or if it's just, kind of more or less seamless to the hole.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, my favorite. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to bless it just in case it's a 10.
Damn, dude.
Okay. 10. I used a bless.
Feeling it.
All right. So Janelle, thank you so much for giving a bless to Sylvester. So you stayed square, Eric, and Jason, you also you just used a bless, so you're down to 11 blesses.
Double Dutch.
What all does your reliable talent work for?
My reliable talent.
Isn't that a thing that you have?
Let's
I
see.
think
Whenever
you
you
pick the stuff
oh
you have
shit,
expertise
that's
in.
right. God, I always forget that. Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah, I didn't
So it's
remind
a-
you last time because I
it's a
wanted to hit you with the
13.
blade, so I just reminded
That's
you
all right.
this time.
It's all
Yeah.
right. So 13 then.
13. So wait, so
Because
what
I
did
rolled
you...
a bless. 3 for bless.
Yeah. What was your first roll though? Total.
It was a 5.
No, you rolled a 7
investigation.
plus 0.
Yeah.
So when you roll the
that one.
reliable talent, what does that say?
It's every time I do an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat. Oh, I can't add my proficiency.
You have to be
bonus 'cause it's
proficient.
investigation. So if you gave me perception,
I
then yeah,
specifically said
but
so.
no.
Wait.
I know.
Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your... Oh, that's nice. So it's not everything. It's
So
only
I
things you're
can't.
proficient
It's
in.
only right,
mean,
and I'm not proficient in
You're probably
investigation.
proficient in like half of them at least, right? Rogue
No,
into that?
not that many.
Oh,
I kind of like double proficiency a lot,
gotcha.
so I get like really high,
Piece of shit.
more roguish ones. Yeah.
So, as you look around, you just took a nice slice from this blade, and you're trying to stay out of the way a bit, but it keeps slicing in front of you. You have to get real close to it to see this depressed tile. And there's not a whole lot of light in here. You do have dark vision, but again, dark vision is just dim vision. And you can't really make out anything. You're running your fingers along the seams, and you can't really feel or see anything that would stop this from happening. And then it slices again. What's everybody doing?
So I'm going to keep trying to go forward. After each time it goes, I want to go 1 square forward.
Okay.
So after it, I'll take a step past it into the next square.
Okay. All right. And then it's going to...
I hope you're making dance moves out of these, Sylvester.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally Michael Jacksoning the shit.
Last one's like
Saturday
a
Night
spin.
Fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crotch grab, squeal.
And you make your way right towards the end. And just as the blade is about to slice, you have it timed perfect. You're waiting for it so you can jump through again. You hear the blades and then an audible click.
Huh.
and the tile raises back up.
Okay. So I looked at Cutter. I'm like,
I guess the key was your fabulous moves.
yes, well, that happens. So it's this one right in front of me where I heard the click.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to
You
try.
hear a click. You heard a click in the walls,
Okay.
and then the tile kind of reset itself.
I'm going to try and jump over the tile to where Cutter is.
Okay, so it's a 5 foot. It's a pretty big. It takes up a whole space, and you're jumping around a corner. So I do want a dex check for this one.
Yeah, you do. Without a doubt. All right. Here we go.
And I see him getting ready to jump, and I'm kind
There we go.
of giving him. I'm giving him room.
19.
Yeah.
Dang.
He actually he just continues the moves. When the thing stops, he just takes like one more fancy move.
Yep.
And just ends up like right next to you.
Little pirouette up in the air.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stick the landing.
And Victor,
Dariana, what is Dariana doing through all of this as she sees Sylvester like busting moves in between these blades, going down the hallway, this stinking Gnoll in front of her now, Victor appearing to prepare for something. What is Dariana doing at the base of these stairs, kind of leaning up against this jackal head embossed, like coming out of the wall beside you? What are you doing? Can we get some mutes in the chat, please? Just some mutes in the chat.
Yep.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Okay. Hi.
Boom.
My headphones, they have a little button that mutes me. She is watching everybody go and planning on using a spell to get across.
Oh.
But she wants to see how far everyone goes first.
Okay. So as you are preparing to prepare a spell, you hear that it's quieter as you go down as you're down the hallway, but kind of like resounding through this corridor is this audible click, and then you don't hear those blades slicing anymore. And then at the end of the corridor, you see Sylvester just kind of jump around the corner and disappear.
Okay.
You have dark vision.
Yeah.
Victor.
Victor is using scroll tube. He does not see very
That's
well
right.
with the red light.
You have that red light flashlight that you created with the light and like a red handkerchief or something.
Yes. He placed the light upon like one of his scarves and then shoved it into the scroll tube so it kind of just shines out in one direction.
Yep.
But
So you got
is
like
that enough to see what? Because Sylvester didn't say anything. Was it enough?
Well, so you have this like red light flashlight, but it's a pretty. I would say that you probably
dim.
have. You have dim for maybe like 10 feet.
Yeah. So I didn't even see what happened. So.
Victor, I have something for you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and Beatum holds out the little dagger.
And then Beatum. Okay, he kind of.
But he's like taller
the
than
Gnoll.
you. Well, I wonder if he is taller than you now. How tall are you? Because you're pretty tall.
I'm like 6'5". But the Knolls are pretty tall, though, right?
Knoll's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah. So Victor's digging this because he doesn't have to kneel down to get the slice, but he remembers this for sure.
Beatum does the little slice thing right on your forehead, and after a little dribble of blood goes down your nose, the eye opens and you can see. You have dark vision now.
And he looks kind of close, like eye to eye with that Gnoll, or like he looks up a little bit and just whispers "Spasiba." And then he tucks the scroll tube into his little pouch, and now he can see, I guess.
There's a little moment with his replacement.
Well, he's starting to
Passing the
like him a
torch.
little bit more. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, I guess, like if you were like a kid and your elderly parent was like in a care home and they started like, they liked the nurse more than they like you at that point. So Victor knows he's got to step up his game to win it.
I know. I hope this is like a side plot.
Just competing with the Gnoll that is actually
Yeah.
in
I-
fact
I
just
said-
beat him.
I sense a montage coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat him.
Victor just
actually,
repeatedly trying to prove himself and his worth. He's just carrying a bunch of things that are beat him size to show that he still can.
So
Anyway,
what is dark vision for Victor now? Is like the 60-foot kind?
60 foot. Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
so everyone has dark vision. Yay D&D for making everything
Yay,
safe.
5e.
Yay 5e. Everything has dark vision. So what is Gnoll-um doing?
Gnoll-um is going to proceed down the hallway to just about where he saw Sylvester jump around, and
Gotcha.
he beckons Victor to come with him as well,
Gotcha.
and then he's going to investigate this
Yeah.
tile.
And as
Gotcha.
I see them approaching around the corner, I'd tell them, stop, don't step on that one.
Gotcha.
Pointing to the pressure plate.
Dariana, let's
And
go.
then I'll back up and say, jump or something.
May I
Yeah, I'm getting out of
investigate
the way.
to see if I can disable this thing? I do have pitons, so
Piton.
This Gnoll is already more useful, like from a pragmatic
Someone said it correctly.
Pitons.
Sure, roll investigation.
piton.
They're not pittance, people.
23.
Bam!
Ooh.
Mm.
Is that Nolan's first roll?
That is Nolan's
Dude,
first.
Christopher
roll.
Nolan.
Let's just say Nolan. Look at Nolan's face, and he beat all of Cutter's rolls combined.
And like this like slavering jaws with some drool coming off,
Yeah.
and that one eye just kind of open, just like swivels towards Cutter and is like, you actually
Because
Because
notice.
intelligence is not a rogue trait. That is why. That is why.
You notice as you kind of like crouch and start looking all around at this tile on the floor, at the base of the jackal statue in front of you, kind of like on the pedestal, like set, kind of between its shins, you notice a seam.
Sorry, I thought there was going to be something else. This campaign,
I said between
Welcome
its
back,
shins,
Andy.
not between its thighs.
Oh,
But hey,
He lost
you
it.
got it,
He
you got
lost
it.
it.
if you
Literally go
got it,
ham.
you got it.
So between its shins. Between its shins is what?
And we're off the rails. We made it though. Now we're almost
It's all right. It's in chat.
a marathon.
It never
A
happened.
marathon.
Never happened.
Just
So-
don't comment on the
You
tones.
you see a seam apparently in one of the stones.
A seam that looks like it could be used for some kind of disabling of the trap, or
Sure.
gosh, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Oh, what I would like to do is find a way to use the pitons from letting the plate depress by like hooking it in there and making sure that it actually can't go down. That seam.
You
Nolan is going to stand on his tippy toes and lean over and put a hand on the jackal's thigh. Because he's 7
Cool.
feet tall, he can do that.
Gentle caress.
you're
For
just reaching the fingertips onto its thighs, just caressing it lightly.
Oh man.
But as you do, you get a better kind of downward view of this pressure plate, and it looks like with your piton, you could potentially like jam it underneath the edge of the plate so that it could not depress. There's an area of stone kind of broken out enough on one of the edges that you could kind of slide it under and it would probably hold it up.
Then Nolan is going to forget about going for the trap and just keep on the edge there.
Okay.
So he does that.
So yeah, so you actually you kind of swing the piton into the space beneath the depression, kind of give it a couple of cracks, and then it seems to be solid. You're not sure how long you would stand on it to test that, but it appears that at least for right now, you would be able to kind of move across it. So what are you doing?
Beatum turns back to Victor and Dariana and says, "Don't linger on the stone for very long." And then he goes.
Gotcha.
And he laughs like a hyena.
And does Victor see him jump, or does he see him just walk across?
I think he kind of like skips across, like not jumping across the whole thing, but just like kind of like, running on like barefoot on asphalt kind of thing.
Yeah, so Victor's going to make sure he doesn't get stuck here at the corner. So he's going to just, once there's space, he's going to follow right behind.
Okay.
I think he prances, perhaps.
Yeah, you got to do some sweet dance moves to get across.
He does more of like a hop dance.
And Dariana, what are you up to?
If nobody else triggers it, then she's gonna do the same and
Nice.
come here and grand jeté across this.
Oh,
what is that?
He studied ballet.
Yeah.
Past that.
Of course she did.
Grand jeté.
Is that?
Teresa taught me that one.
It's just like a ballet leap. She's
Teresa?
gonna try to avoid.
But it's very graceful though.
Zabodnik?
Oh yeah, she was one of my teachers.
Mine too.
Oh.
Andy, beat him. Gnoll-um better you start using some ballet terms, baby.
Not that I'm Dariana or anything. Not that she's exactly me or anything.
Not that my blood sorceress that just like finger paints and like the wounds of dead creatures. It's not me at all. Yeah.
Excellent.
So you guys all successfully make your way down 30 feet. And as you turn the corridor, you see in front of you another corridor with another jackal statue at the end of it. What are you doing?
Oh, this is great.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Are you gonna send Annie down there? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, she flies.
Right.
Okay.
But once she gets down to this jackal, again, she's going to sit on the jackal's lap.
Okay.
Look for
Maybe look for the crease. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Look for
from there,
Just a crack's worth.
Exactly. See if she can see any semblance to the last tile. It looks like it might be a pressure plate as well.
So as she flies down, she kind of settles down on the statue, looks left and right. There seems to be a little bit of an alcove to the right. To the left, she can see ahead of her. There appears to be maybe some room and then another hallway that continues forward and turns left after about 35 feet. As she investigates this, why don't you roll me an investigation? Deal.
Ooh.
Yeah. She looks over the entire statue, even in the area that you kind of
she used to be.
Yeah.
Might be a jackal.
And
So I whisper to everybody, Annie doesn't see shit.
Yeah, she sees nothing. She kind of gives it a quick pat down and is like, good job. Like, we're good. You're good. All right. So what are you doing?
Well, Annie said it was good, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk on up.
All right.
Gnoll-um will reach out and grab you by the shoulder before you can go.
I do. I do not trust the devil to have our best interest in mind. Mind if I go first?
Oh, by all means, please.
And then Gnoll-um will begin to scour the hallway prior to him going down, under the watchful eye of Cutter, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the way.
What would you like for me to roll?
Investigation.
Investigation 15. I'm gonna bless
15.
that.
Bless it, baby.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
bless
all right.
it.
All right.
Bridge.
17.
17. All right. So
Finds
beat 'em.
crack.
Gnoll-um now has what just happened? Did I give you a bless?
May not want to go back to being a null after being so intelligent.
Okay. Sorted. All right, there we go. So, as you are exploring down this hallway, you're checking the seams between the sandstones and stuff like that. Based on what you saw from the last one and this one, the seams don't seem to be quite as wide. They seem to actually fit pretty snugly. The tiles seem to fit pretty snugly. There doesn't seem, at least in your current look over your investigation that you're doing on it right now, you don't see any other.
Can I carry that
blades.
investigation over onto the jackal statue?
Sure, yeah. And as you explore over this jackal statue, you step into the area in front of the statue, and the plate doesn't sink down. There's no plate, it's just a tile. And the statue seems to be merely a statue.
No cracks, huh? Okay. All right.
I told you Andy didn't see anything.
Trust but verify.
If I trapped every room and corridor, it would take us another 50 episodes just to get through this floor.
I, however, am always suspect of alcoves.
Yeah, gotta be
Hallways.
sus.
Hallways are
Always,
dangerous.
always. So I go into the alcove.
Okay. And as you stand in the alcove, you are framed by cracked sandstone walls.
I'm gonna kind of check it out, feel around for anything I can possibly locate.
Yeah, as you kind of check over the little alcove, you don't find anything. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Eden's going to continue into the other corridor here, investigating all the way. Let me know if you want me to roll again.
So as you kind of walk forward, you enter what appears to be another room. And what you see is some type of antechamber. And in that antechamber, you see the remains of a creature scattered about the floor. Pieces of ripped and tattered clothing are mixed among just a mess of bones and blood stains.
What happened here?
All right, I'm gonna follow.
Don't step in the room any further than I am. Does this look like the work of ghouls or undead?
I'm gonna take a closer look. Does it?
Roll me investigation or perception.
I'll take perception.
Yeah. What do we get?
19.
So it appears to be the work of something. There is definitely some type of claws or something involved, but you don't see. I mean, this thing is torn apart, bones broken, like body ripped, but you don't really see like bite marks on it. You don't see the bones gnawed. You don't see chunks of flesh missing. It's more like it was just kind of torn apart and left here. The room is also kind of broken, and by that I mean the walls are cracked in places. There's chunks where it looks like something may have been smashed into the wall. There's little bits of rubble and stone and stuff all over this room.
Beatum steps backwards, forcing Cutter backwards as well.
Okay.
All right, I get out of the way of Gnoll Booty.
Gnoll Booty.
No booty.
Is there stone or something similar that I could toss into the room?
It's all sandstone. You could, if you had kicked it hard enough, you'd probably get something to come off.
He pulls a good chunk of sandstone and just kind of like tosses it in the center of the room.
Okay. All right. So as the stone arcs through and lands in the center of the room, you suddenly hear this skittering sound. This, as the rock just scrapes across the floor, then settles down against the far wall. And you threw a rock.
And threw a rock, and it got pulled across the room.
No, it just landed and slid.
Oh, okay. I thought it landed and then got pulled across the room.
No, you just threw a rock.
And there's.
What do you think?
I was gonna say, is there any other indication of anything? Like, can I deduce anything like from like did it look like there was combat here, or does it look like sort of just natural destruction?
You rolled what, like a 19?
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, I mean, when you were in the room, like kind of peeking around Gnoll-um, you get the sense. I mean, calling it combat might not be that kind of like presupposes like two people were trading blows. You get the sense that something was smashed and shredded to pieces in this room.
Okay.
But it's
and I want to kind of look around at the ceiling and all the walls and everything. Is there any like blood splats? Is it everywhere, or is it just kind of around the body?
Oh no, the room has got a body's worth of blood. Okay. The meat is it's meat at this point. The bones, like I said, are broken and cast about, some with chunks of flesh still attached. What it seems, based on your perception check as well as your general knowledge of flesh and meat and bones, that whatever creature this was smashed around this room and torn to pieces after being just
Does there appear to be enough of a creature for Sylvester perhaps to speak to it?
Yeah, actually, is there a head?
I mean, it needs to have a situation here, right?
Yeah.
No, you find like, and the other thing that you notice too about this
situation
is
here.
Yeah. Is it's not new. Like the meat is rotting. Like there's a stench to it beyond blood. The blood is dry. And this did not just happen. It didn't happen yesterday. This happened a while ago. The bones are dry at this point. Like it's been a while since this happened. Yeah.
Do you think it's trapped, or
I'm gonna send Annie through, but I'm gonna have her walk. But I'm ready to dismiss her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just have her walk straight across the room.
Okay.
Over to
So as she begins to walk across the room, she gets right into the middle of the room. And we're going to take a break. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, everybody. See you in just a second.
Nice.
Right.
Hello and welcome back to the Adventure Archive. So far, the players have gone 60 feet down a trapped corridor with blades, with seated jackals in an alcove. They successfully disarmed that trap. Only one of them having blood drawn from the initial triggering. As they carefully continued down the next corridor, expecting something to burst out at them, nothing did. They made it to the end and then turned into a room. As they enter this room, in what appears to be some types of catacombs dedicated to Anu Akma, beneath the family crypt of the Ilia family in the Grand Necropolis of Seawall, they found what appeared to be the broken, torn apart, shattered, slightly old remains of some creature, most likely humanoid, with blood, old blood splattered around this room, and cracks and broken pieces of the wall where this figure, whatever it was, seemed to be smashed off of it. And as we left, the spine devil familiar of our warlock Sylvester was walking across the room. As they got to the center of the room, she continued on out of the room into another hallway.
Oh, nailed it.
Annie's okay. Okay.
Annie is okay. She's okay. She's okay, Annie. So, what are the rest of you doing? Annie kind of looks back and just, nothing happened. She walks past the previously thrown stone from Gnoll-um.
So I'm still a little trepidatious because she walked away. She walked ahead of me, but still I got screwed. So even though she was flying, but you
get the sense now that the trigger happened. It didn't sink the second your foot touched it. You had to really settle your weight onto it for it to sink down.
Okay.
So you get the sense that even if Annie had walked across it, she might not have been heavy enough to trigger that trap.
So I move across. Still carefully.
As you walk through that room, though, kind of because you'd already previously had a good look around it, when you had been in there before, you saw a glinting in the corner where there might be some extra rubble and things broken down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. In those two corners you just clicked on?
That's just the first one.
Oh,
and hey, dinner and a game. Thank you so much for coming in again. We appreciate that.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for coming in. We are just getting back from a break where we are in the catacombs. Appears to be some type of catacombs to Anu Akma, the god of death, in the southlands of Midgard, beneath the Ilia family crypt in the Grand Necropolis of Seawall. The players discovered it beneath a seated jackal statue and have made their way in after being warned by a jackal carving on the wall to not. They made their way in past a blade trap and have found what appears to be the first antechamber. And this antechamber is filled with the broken, torn, and battered remains of some type of humanoid figure that appear to have been smashed all around the walls, breaking them and also being dismembered violently. And Cutter, as he is making his way across the room, notices a glinting of something in the corner. Why don't you roll me an investigation or perception? That's fine.
Thank you. Let me grab my sheet here. Okay. Another 19.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, and Amerison, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Really appreciate that.
Wow.
Our bot can now use emotes. Thank you very, very much. FC Raptor, J Ray, and DMS Adventures Tavern are now sub to the channel. Thank you, Amerison. We really appreciate that. Just do a shout out because I know Amerison actually I've caught some of his cyberpunk. Don't you do this to me, Cloudbot. You suck.
You don't need the @ symbol, right?
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
You
Emerson?
can add someone though.
Oh.
I found out that the other day that you can just add someone
Cyberpunk?
instead of trying to type their name out, and it still works.
I gotta
Oh.
check that out.
Does it still? Yeah. Oh, I just did a refresh, so let's just make sure that it does work. Yeah, see, you can just add it, and it makes it a lot easier.
Nice.
So, you rolled a 19. Is there? Oh, 19 plus 0, 19. So, as you are walking through in the corner where there's more chunks, I guess I would say, of this body, you see a glint. As you go to investigate it, you find what appears to be a dagger.
Hmm.
And
Like
there's still,
blade first with a hilt sticking out.
yeah, so just a dagger. But wrapped around it are what appears to still be 2 fingers and enough of a palm kind of in this still death grip wrapped around the hilt of it. And there appears to be a ring on one of the fingers gripped around this dagger.
Can I see the ring at all? Like any details, or is it too difficult to see from this position?
Are you gonna go investigate this, or are you just...
Yeah, I want to go over there.
Yeah, if you crouch down and look at the dagger, like I said, you only see like 2 fingers wrapped around the hilt. Yeah. The ring itself actually looks somewhat familiar to you. It's a ring you've seen before.
What?
What is this?
Indeed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
What's this ring? You said I've seen it before. What is it?
Yeah.
From.
There was a time where you previously picked up an arm that had a very similar ring on it.
Oh. Okay.
Take notes, like Matt, of the things that happened to you.
That's why I have a DM.
Yeah. I can continue with the clues. Both of the arms were chopped off of this person, and you took one as a snack.
I don't remember.
The ring that you currently wear.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, it looks really similar to the one that's on your hand.
So I'm gonna. Okay,
Oh,
looks
that
like
one.
Gnoll-um and cross the room. And Sylvester, I guess you're right there. I'm just gonna let them know what I see.
And
So how do you let me know? Are you like, hey, there's a hand with the ring?
Yeah, I tell you. I'm not like hand signaling.
Are you no interest?
Well, a severed hand in a room that could be trapped is a little bit, a little worrisome.
I call Annie
So-
back, flying, and I'm gonna have her go grab that hand.
Does this look like fuck? Does this look like
That.
the hand of the dismembered creature? Does it feel like it could match? Are there any other
You
hands?
get
in
the
room?
sense that this is
Okay,
one of the
just making sure.
larger kind of chunks of whatever this thing was. The flesh itself is starting to kind of rot away, but there still seems to be enough just lock in whatever the tendons that are left in these fingers and bit of hand to just hold on to this dagger a little bit. But even as Annie comes over to like pick it up, it kind of falls apart, the dagger clattering to the ground, and Andy just picking up the remains of, it's basically this part of a hand. It's like 2 fingers and a little bit of a palm. Just kind of picks that up and walks it over to Sylvester.
Okay.
So I'll take the hand
Well, it appears we're on the right track.
and I'll slide the ring off. I'm like, any idea?
Yeah, I tell him. I got it from that guy we fought up the Shadow Roads, right? Isn't that where I got it?
You got the ring When our party was slightly larger.
Oh, way back.
Yeah,
Oh,
back in the day.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Just tell me. Just tell me. I have no fucking idea.
after
should
a
make 'em write
battle with
1,000
the
words.
after a battle with the swan, when two arms were
Okay,
cut off by a mysterious
that
blonde woman,
ruin. Yeah, that ruin. Okay,
you picked up an arm, and on that arm there was a ring.
got it.
That ring is the reason your AC is up by 1.
Yes. Yeah, I remember
Wow.
that. I just couldn't remember where I got it.
Yeah.
All right, so I let them know that this matches the ring from way back.
It is some type of ring of protection. Did not protect this person very much.
Yeah. Wow.
And it matches that one, huh?
It's similar enough that you get a sense that whatever archaicness to it is similar to another one. It's not exactly the same. It's just very similar. With your 19 also, you spot in the other corner a piece of unbroken pottery.
Like an urn or something?
It looks like a small, almost drinking vessel, and the reason it stands out to you is because it's unbroken. When pretty much everything else in this room is rubble at this point.
Is it decorated in any way, or is it just plain?
It seems to be mildly decorated, but nothing that insanely ornate.
This is curious over here. I don't know who is having a drink in this chamber, but there is a cup, as you can see.
It's never a bad time.
It's like
for
a
drink.
It's
Like a
more
tankard
like
kind of
a thing that would pour into a cup.
Oh, a pitcher. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look inside. Can I see anything on the inside of it?
When you look in, the first thing you notice is the top is stoppered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Open it.
And
All
when you
right,
shake it, it sloshes.
I'm gonna pop the cork if it's a cork and take a whiff.
When you pop the cork and open it up, there doesn't seem to be anything inside.
So you mean I can't see it and I can't smell it, right?
No, I mean, like when you look in,
I look in. It looks empty.
there's nothing in there. But when you put the stopper back on and shake it, it sounds like it's sloshing with water.
Sylvester Beedham, this looks like something of a game you might like or devise. Do you hear that?
And I slosh it around.
I hear.
Make sure I'm not the only one.
I hear liquid.
But yet there is nothing inside.
Have you tried pouring it?
I mean, no.
Yeah, if you unstopper it and try to turn it over, nothing comes out.
Nothing?
It is empty.
Cool.
Yeah, I look back. I look over my shoulder at Beat him. Like,
Gnoll-um walks over and reaches a clawed hand out for the jug.
Okay.
Takes it,
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Hold on a
pulls
minute.
a card, the magician, from his deck and waves it around. It does nothing for a moment.
Damn these Gnoll hands.
I'll get it. Hold on. And finally, it starts to like generate a little bit of magic, and he taps it to it, and he casts Identify on the jug.
Okay. What
I'm gonna
you
roll jugs.
What you find this is a decanter of endless water.
Ooh, very
Oh,
nice.
dang. I definitely. That's why I didn't see anything because I don't need it.
Just the second best magic item ever. Yeah.
You know what it is. So for the peeps, a decanter of endless water. I'll just copy paste this whole thing into the chat.
Andy, I'm smelling Walk on Water coming in a few episodes.
So this stoppered flask sloshes when shaken as if it contains water. It weighs about 2 pounds. You can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn. Choose from the following options. Stream produces 1 gallon of water. Fountain produces 5 gallons of water. Geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed on a blah, 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 or it takes a little bit of damage and falls prone. Instead of a creature, the target can be an object that isn't being worn or carried and weighs no more than 200 pounds. The object is either knocked over or pushed up to 15 feet away from you.
That's awesome.
So,
It will lead with blood.
you get the sense that based on these items and things you're finding, this is what the person was wearing and carrying when they came in here.
All right. And he puts it on his belt loop and keeps going.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
And I'm gonna turn around and hand Victor. Are you in the room yet?
I am in the room.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and hand you the hand with the ring on it.
Well, thank you. I accept your offer. We will be
So
common law.
I put the
married.
ring back on the hand. I hand you the thing.
Yes.
The whole thing. Yeah.
I do not know how they do things down here in Sewell. Perhaps. Do we know what the ring does, Sylvester?
Cutter has a similar one. He said, kind of helps him protect him a little bit. I don't know.
Dariana. And then Victor kind of just.
And I'm making sure to let him know where I got that ring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He just
so everybody knows.
He rips it off. He could care less about this arm. Kind of checks it in the corner. And it's like, perhaps this will save you time before gets blood mage armor. Yes.
Sure.
And
She's very interested in any kind of like trinket that looks somewhat valuable.
Yeah. There you go, my friend. And then he kind of gives her it and then just moves on. He's following Gnoll-um.
Gotcha. So you now currently have in your possession a +1 ring of protection. I believe it is an attunable item. So next time that you take any type of rest, requires attunement. Next time you take a rest, you can add a +1 to your AC and saving throws, Dariana.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
She's just gonna slip that on.
Okay. So as you guys turn this corner, what you see ahead of you reveal. Go. Is this.
Edom will take a step forward to get a better look into the room.
Same.
Okay. So you guys are going to step in. Oh, you step in close enough that you can see the room.
Yeah. But not really like step into the room.
Gotcha.
I have a long hunched head that I can like stick into places now. Just like...
Nice. So as you look into this room, you see the far sandstone wall of this large chamber has been carved with countless images and inscriptions, many of which have been defiled. Pillars line the other walls of the chamber. Bones are scattered about the northwest corner of the chamber. The courtyard's floor and walls are made of cracked and crumbling sandstone slabs. The north wall of the chamber is engraved with depictions of the temple's original purpose. The images depict the dead being carefully embalmed and wound in traditional wrappings, with a larger image of Anu Akma holding a scythe curved to resemble an ankh, watching over the funerary processes. Alterations to some of the engravings appear to show some of the dead rising as ghouls and spirits.
Do
you smell anything with that new nose of yours, Beatum?
Can I make a perception check with my nose? I get advantage, actually, on those now, being a gnoll.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, hey, Ducky.
Hey,
thanks for the sub.
Duck,
Man.
thank you for the resub.
All right, here's that perception.
Oh, man.
Why does it have 2 numbers? Is 10 your number?
Yeah, 10 would be the number.
What is 6?
Yeah,
It's the
advantage.
It's the other roll. So one rolls a 10, one rolls a 6.
Gotcha. Why is it just me, or does everything look different? Mine has like a purple bar now. It stopped doing that weird
mine
pink
does
bar.
too. Yeah.
Like
Maybe they
updated
updated
or something.
Yeah. I mean, could someone do me a solid? Just that it doesn't matter. Can someone just throw in like an attack of some kind?
Any kind of check? Yeah.
Like an attack
I'll
specifically.
Oh, an attack specifically? Yeah.
To see if it just auto rolls the dice or if it gives us that pink. Nope.
And then has the roll for damage
I
thing.
think they've just kind of updated how it looks. Seems the same.
Yeah. I don't mind this. No, it's the same, but I like that it actually like separates the stuff out and gives you this. Yeah. Piercing, necrotic, total. That's way better. I like that way better.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's way better. Cool. Cool.
Get rid of that one, right, Cutter? Oh,
What?
I thought that was a roll for one. That was piercing damage. Never mind.
Okay. So
No, I
beat
just
him,
touched it.
sniffy sniffs, and get the 10.
Wonderful. Let me add my
bless your nose.
Oh, he got a bane.
Let me add my bane from the duck. Thank you so much for the banes. Can we get some banes in the chat? Let's toss some banes in the chat, people. Thank you, Ducky. Keeping with the vibe of Merkborg. So what did you get for nose? It smells. You got a 10. It smells old, and dusty and dead, and nothing. You get no sense of I don't know, anything that you would not think would be in a giant sandstone room with carvings of funerary processes that have been graffitied to look like ghouls rising from this room.
Well, Beatum's going to walk in, but he's going to kind of go sideways and kind of fan out this way.
Okay.
I kind of also want to look at the floor to see if I know there was a body in the last room, but was there any sign of anybody else moving through here beyond these halls? Or does it seem relatively undisturbed?
When you look at the ground, you see like a fine layer of sand and dust kind of across everything in this room.
Okay. Okay.
And right now you don't see any footprints or anything in it.
Okay.
So you did notice though in the top left corner, in the northwest corner, over here there is a pile of bones.
All right, I'm gonna just kind of cautiously follow Gnoll-um.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing? Victor, what are you doing?
Victor's kind of just overwatching Gnoll-um. Like he's kind of just still. He sees like his little body wedged in between the shield and that little gem. on his back, and so he's just kind of tracking them, but kind of keeping an eye on Beatum.
Okay. Sylvester, Annie, what are you guys up to?
So I'm gonna go ahead and send Annie in. I'm gonna hang where I'm at, but I'm gonna send her kind of the other end, flying.
Okay.
Kind of there, just kind of make sure nothing's coming in through there while we're checking this room out.
Did you want to peek in this room a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. So as Annie flies into that room, she sees a chamber. The floor of this chamber is comprised of cracked and crumbling sandstone slabs, much like the rest of everything else in here. Carvings of mourners bent over bodies lying on the ground are engraved in the walls. Behind and above each depiction, a carving of a figure like that of the one lying on the ground watches over the grieving families. So, you get the sense when you look at this appears to be some type of mourning chamber.
Right.
And the depictions of the walls look like a dead body, families mourning, and then that body kind of watching over them as like a spirit or something.
Gotcha.
Dariana, what are you up to? What are you doing?
Mute.
Sorry, are you saying me?
Yes, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
sorry. I didn't hear Dariana.
What are you doing? What is our blood sorceress doing?
I guess she'll step here and just kind of peer in and check it out.
Okay. All right.
Kind of cautious.
All right. Hanging back. As you step in, you also see what everyone else saw. You see what appears to be, as I said before, inscriptions on the walls of funerary processions that have been graffitied and altered in ways that show ghouls and things rising. So what is Gnoll-um and Cutter doing? You got those bones in the top left.
Yeah,
and then...
that's what I'm doing.
That's where Gnoll-um was going to go as well.
So I'm just trailing behind him.
We can go investigate together.
All right, let's
I
do it.
appreciate your professionalism, Cutter.
Oh.
Damn it, laugh.
Is that a joke? You must be feeling better.
I'm sorry, I can't control this. An irresistible urge to. I'm also very hungry.
I know you remind me of something, a creature that may or may not laugh.
Know what you're speaking of. This is humor. I don't know. Let's investigate this thing.
Would you like for me to help you, or?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I have.
Do you want
plus.
perception? Oh wait, if it depends on if it's intelligence or perception. What we do?
Investigator perception, Ryan.
Yeah. What do you want, Ryan?
Do an investigation.
So that's you.
Could you help me out?
Here we go. 26.
Yeah.
So you find these bones laying on the ground here in this northwest corner. They appear to be humanoid. And they have very obvious teeth marks on the bones, as if they've been gnawed on by some type of creature, although it appears somewhat humanoid in the shape of the bite.
Would I recognize them as maybe ghoul bites, possibly?
You possibly might recognize them as potentially ghoul bites.
Okay. Well, I let Gnoll-um know this.
Gnoll-um is like drooling a little bit at the bones, thinking about like chewing on them and maybe getting some marrow out of it, but is like, no.
Okay. And how do these bones look very old, like they've been here a long time, or does it look kind of, or at least in the same, manner as the last body we found?
It's about in the same manner. They look like they've been here for a while, for at least a couple of weeks, at least a couple of weeks. And as you continue to explore this room, kind of peering over these bones, suddenly you feel wind on you.
Who, me or everybody?
Everybody.
Oh.
There's this wind that suddenly gusts in the room.
Excuse me.
It's
Sorry.
Derek.
It starts to pick up. It starts to pick up speed, and the sand itself starts to whip up.
No.
And as it does, it starts to actually form into 4 shapes scattered around the room. And as you watch, 4 figures
Victor's
appear.
going for him.
And what you see rise up from around you
Is it similar to what we saw in the desert? The body?
is this figure. 4 of these things.
Like a sand jackal.
And I need you all.
Yeah, baby.
To roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Our bot is now called Streamlabs.
Oh wait, I get advantage.
But we have archive bot.
Oh, click on your icon. That was
21.
Thunder gas.
Damn, Dovelbreen. Bringing thunder.
Smells like rotten meat, probably.
So, as initiative is being rolled.
Ooh.
Oh, groove.
Oh, that's
We will go into combat. Let me roll for these stats. Bring up their stat block.
Do you want Annie to go right after me, or?
She can roll for initiative because you can still do things through your familiar and stuff like that.
Okay.
What is the dex on these bad boys? So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just go ahead and just do an add turn.
Annie's an 18.
All right. He is a 19. Well, let's just add turn on Annie real quick. Okay, so Annie got a 19. No, 18, right? 18. This guy got a 19. We'll add turn for this guy. Ooh, and he got a 22. Add a turn for this guy. Shit, and he got a 23.
rolling fire.
And then we'll add a turn for this guy. And he got an 11. So a nice spattering. All right. Is that everybody? We got a bunch of people that aren't here anymore because I forgot to clean them out. So what did everybody get? Just so I make sure I have this right. Sylvester, Dariana, did you get... What did you get?
5.
Okay. Sylvester, what did you get?
20.
Cutter, what did you get?
21.
Victor, what did you get?
6.
All right. I just needed to add We need to let's name this token Gnoll-um. All right. And let's name Annie. All right. So when we go to descending order, the very first one to go is this guy in the top right corner. So as these figures appear, let me bring up the advanced dice roller. I'm gonna need it. We're going in this with a groove. This creature is just going to suddenly collapse. The sand splashing across the ground and then reforming right next to Victor.
Jeez. That's cool.
And as
That's how
it
they
does, that's how they can move.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And as it does, it is going to take 2 slashing claw attacks against you. First one is a 17 to hit you.
It does not hit. It kind of goes across one of his pauldrons.
It just slashes in. You're able to raise your arm enough, and you just feel this across you. It's sand. You see it's sand, but it's firm. Obviously, it's sharp and clawing at you. A 19.
So that is just gonna meet. So yeah. So that one kind of, I guess it kind of catches like right under the crack between where you just blocked it. And
Yeah. So as you raise up your pauldron, it actually reaches under and slashes across you. And you are going to take
bag of dice.
No, it's not too bad. It's just a claw attack.
Okay.
You are going to take 7 points of damage as this sandy claw from this Anubian figure slashes across you. As it gets close to you, you see this snarling canine face of whatever this figure is, but one thing you do notice is these bright blue glowing eyes locked on your face.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And next is this guy right here. No, wait. Nope, this guy right here. And he is going to race in towards you two over here. And he, as he just slides across the floor towards you, suddenly you feel that whipping air rising up again. And the sand starts to swirl around you two. What's a 5-foot radius?
10 feet, so it's half. 5 foot from the middle outward.
So like it can hit everything like 1 block away from it, kind of halfway.
Yeah.
All right. I want the. Nope. Is it alt? Yes. Okay, so. Is that a 5-foot radius?
Yeah, it's just slid over a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, kind of.
Close enough. Like it will get.
It'll
Get
bigger.
all those. Well, 5-foot radius. It would go
it's basically
halfway.
4 squares, so it's 4 squares.
But usually.
Oh, it's
centered-
only 4
centered at the
squares.
middle,
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Math sucks. Circles are math. Okay.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep.
There we go. Boom. Circles. So as it's suddenly this column of sand, it starts to swirl at your feet, and then you are just this filled with this sand swirling around. This column drops on you, and you can see nothing. You can do nothing but just try to hold your breath as it's a solid kind of sandstorm stuck in this column centered on both of you. I
Do we
need
roll save or anything? Okay.
no, I need yes. Well, I need both of you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. I'm gonna bless it.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Okay. Well, no, it could be worse.
Rolling
So 11?
8 equals 8. What is this? I'm sorry. I don't know what I did there. That was like literally just the plus for that. Let's see.
All right. Bless on that. Oh, L2 coming in hot with a bless for Sylvester. Thank you so much, L2. Can we get an L2S in the chat, please?
Heck yeah, we can.
And after a chat, I need to figure out why it's being Streamlabs, not ArchiveBot. Dumb CloudBot tonight. So.
Okay, I need to do this one more time because it is not rolling the way it's doing something weird for this.
Okay.
So I need to do. Basically, I'm gonna have to do an advanced roll for it. So here we go. 22.
So, you both take 1 point of damage each as the sand is swirling around you.
Yeah.
But Cutter, as the sand is swirling around you, it actually starts to tighten around you, and you are restrained by the sand.
Oh, okay. Do I have to make like strength saves until I get out? Is that how it's gonna work?
Yep.
Okay.
And I would say it's going to be difficult for you to breathe as well.
But I don't have to.
But you don't gotta breathe. So,
they're cool. Are so cool.
Cutter, it
They're
is now.
cool.
It is now. It is now your turn. As this kind of sandstorm centered on you and Gnoll-um rises in this column, and you are restrained by the sand. It's buffeting you, scratching at your skin, pulling at your face. What are you doing?
Whoa. I'm gonna attempt to get away from it.
Okay. So you are still restrained by it. So it takes an action. It's just an action. All right.
Oh, that's it? I don't have to roll anything?
I mean,
okay.
No. You still have to make the strength check, but it's an action to make the strength check. It's not like at the end of your turn or something like that. You can just take an action to do a strength check.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, so you're able to free yourself from its clutches. It will be difficult terrain to move yourself out of it, but you are able to move out of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. So difficult terrain means like half my movement.
No, it's just so it'll take you 10 feet of movement to get out of the range. If you go up and over, well, you can just diagonally move out of the thing. So that's 10 feet of your movement gone. So you just, if you get to here, you have 20 feet left of your base movement speed.
Oh, 20 feet left. Okay.
Do you have a 30-foot base movement speed?
Yeah.
So by the time you get out of this, swirling sandstorm, you have 20 feet left.
Okay, and I'm also going to use my disengage bonus action so I don't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so that's your action and your bonus action. Yeah, as you move away.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll move just over here. Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So Sylvester, as these jackal-headed sand creatures with glowing blue eyes rise up out of the floor, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna step up 5 feet there, and then right over there, I'm going to see where I marked.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop synaptic static.
Okay.
Throw that up there for you. 20-foot
the point within
radius.
range. Psychic energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence saving throw. Creature with intelligence of 2 or less. Target takes 8d6. Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. So it's a 20-foot radius. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So you are trying to hit this guy and this guy.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. And Victor is just on the outskirts of your spell. So as that lands, what does it look like? What effect does it have on the creatures?
So it looks like I kind of just point in a direction and kind of a black ink.
Yeah.
Follows my hand and kind of explodes. It's like a smoky, almost, if you can imagine, like oil and smoke at the same time, kind of explodes
Gotcha.
from that section, or from where I indicated it would go.
Gotcha. So it hits there, and there's just this explosion, and the force of it kind of moves past, and then it's just a one time, or does it sit there?
I gotta read up. I think
After a failed save, a target
looks
has
like-
muddled
yeah.
thoughts during that
It looks
time.
like it's like one time, but then it lasts a minute. The effect does.
yeah, because it's psychic. So
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like there's this explosion of smoky ink that goes past, but then right after it goes past, you see both of these sandy creatures suddenly just reel with their hands to their heads. You get this loud sound of a scream, but the sound it sounds like sand scraping over sand. It's that sound of like a sand dune when the wind's going across it, but it's so loud it pierces into all of your ears. And they need to make
intelligence saving
throws. So they got
That's awesome.
big fat zeros on that. So we'll go with the top guy first, and most northern guy.
That's awesome.
And he gets an 11, which I assume is a failure. And the bottom guy gets a 15. And your spell save DC is a
18.
Yeah.
18. Damn.
So
But Hamish.
yeah.
I get Sylvester.
Oh,
So-
this is the thing that subtracts the D6. This is
Yeah.
what you used against the those creatures, those unidentified creatures, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, so they're gonna have a if they fail.
So they both fail. Yeah.
Okay.
So you roll the damage, and then they have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During the time, they roll a d6 and subtract it from the number rolled to its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saves to maintain concentration.
Yeah.
The target can make an intelligence save at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on success. Wonderful. Okay, so roll that bag of dice.
Okay, coming up.
Oh yeah.
25.
Damn. Okay, so 25 points of damage each. And you can see them both reeling from this as that sound of sand on sand continues to kind of pierce through the air. What else are you doing now?
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Okay, all right. Next up is this guy right here. And it's going to move in towards the Gnoll-um through the sand. and make 2 claw attacks against the Gnoll-um, who is not restrained. So they are just regular attacks. You swing better. All right, so I got like 4 rolls over 20 on initiative. And I don't know if I've hit but once yet. So as it enters the sandstorm, expecting Gnoll-um to be restrained by its companions, it's called a haboob. I don't know why I said that. Why did I say that word out loud?
Boobs.
Right as after it came out of my mouth, I was like, God fucking damn it. Expecting Gnoll-um to be restrained by this haboob. You are not, and are able to actually dodge out of the way as these 2 sandy claws like slice across and just move out of the way. And that is its turn. And Gnoll-um, in response to this encroachment by this Anubian-like creature, what are you doing?
I'm going to give him another opportunity to hit me by walking over here.
Sure, it's going to swing again. Yeah. And as you you're dodging out of the way of 2 of its slashes, and the second one you dodge underneath as the claw goes ahead, and you just kind of turn and just like dash out of, not dash, but just, I don't want to say dodge either. You take a quick movement out of that sandstorm, and right as you're turning, you feel this slash as the claw catches you just as you turn on your side, right next to Beatum's body on your back beneath your shield. And you will take 5 points of damage as this sandy claw slashes you.
Okay. As a little bit of no blood dribbles down my side, he pulls the decanter of endless water off of his hip, uncorks it, and points it towards the first one and says, "Geyser," and water erupts out of it at them in a 30-foot.
This is great.
Their name is Mud.
Mud.
It's gonna be a wet t-shirt contest.
Okay, so you said geyser.
Haboob?
Yes.
Right.
So that's the 30 gallons shooting out in a. Yeah.
Okay, I will say that you will do full damage for this on the first one and half damage on this for the second one because it's kind of blocked. But if it's gonna go for 30 feet, 30 gallons.
I'm not really worried about like hurting them with the blast. I'm just trying to get them all wet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I need you to roll 30d4, please.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna just like crash. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this will crash. Roll 20. 4.
I can't wait to see what this looks like on stream.
Okay, here we go. Bag of dice.
Yeah. Whoa.
Roll 20 shuts down. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That is quite the bag of dice there.
Looks like something a thief might drop.
Wow, look at all those ones.
There's so many ones in there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It was more than average.
Yeah, 8 ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fours. So yeah, you definitely way more than average for 30d4. So the first one takes 72 points of damage. The second one taking 36 points of damage.
Nailed it.
The first one, when the geyser hits it, it just bursts completely through its chest, and then the water just kind of instantly evaporates this into mud, and it just splats onto the ground, and just like it's like sand on the beach. It's just that like that watery sand splashes down on the ground. The water continues and strikes the creature behind it, and that will take 36 points of damage. And when you do that, it reels in pain, screaming with that sound similar to what the other ones made, and you see one of its entire arms just falls off, just slaps down onto the ground like that wet sand. And it seems to be severely hurt by what you just did. This creature in front is completely gone. The second one is on its last quote unquote legs. And what else are you doing?
Beedham is going to put the decanter back, and then brandish a spear at it and say something about how you're a haboobs. Couple of haboobs.
Great. Awesome. Annie, what is Annie up to?
So Annie is going to the one that just got drenched but is still alive. She's going to do a flyby. So that's 25 feet to get to there. And she gets 2 attacks. So first one is a bite. Right.
Just click the shut up. I couldn't have made it easier, and you're making it so hard on yourself.
Why is it unrecognized?
Just click the sheet.
I don't have the sheet.
No, he sent you the link.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you just used the D&D.
So she missed because that's a crit fail.
Oh.
Does Annie get a red card?
If you want it to work that way, you get a red card for Annie.
Yeah, Annie gets a red card.
I mean, you get a red card. Annie is just part of you. Just like you can use cards on her, she can use cards.
Oh, that's tricky. Yeah, sure.
And you got to talk to Dariana about it too. So that means that Brian can earn red cards as well as blue cards too.
We'll skip it for now, but let's discuss because.
All right. So do me a solid. Click that link in the chat.
Which chat?
In the Twitch chat. The one from Melee, the D&D Beyond one.
My Twitch chat. Why am I not seeing one?
I'll just put it in Zoom chat. Here you go. There you go. It's in Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Bri.
And missed on the second attack anyways, too. So
Cool.
Even really matter. And then because it's a flyby, she's still got 15 feet, so she's gonna come back out here for now.
Well, I'll say that since she crit failed, that when she goes to bite on that first attack, she actually runs into it and falls down onto the ground, losing the rest of her flyby. And she's not prone, but she's knocked out of the air.
Okay. So
she's able to bite with her second attack, but her movement ends next to the creature.
Gotcha. Put her back. Okay.
Yep. So click on that link in the Twitch in the Zoom chat.
Okay. You guys can keep going.
Let's do a little switch up here.
Fury.
And when you click on that link, it'll open a web page, and you can just click on that like a character sheet. We are to the last guy here. This guy is going to come over here, and they are going to slash in on Victor with advantage minus 1d6. So I will remove this. Fuck you. From my roll.
So when
and
when he rolls, Victor is going to scream out the word "prikatsa." It's a reaction taken immediately when the creature within range attacks, and then it gives him disadvantage. So I think that'll balance it out.
It'll balance it out. So it just gets the first claw attack will be 11 minus 6. So it's going to miss wildly, like barely even getting close to you as it swings. It's still reeling from the psychic attack from before. And with its second attack, it doesn't have disadvantage on the second attack, right?
I mean, I
Is
guess
it for the turn or is it for the
it says you take immediately when a creature makes an attack roll. So I would
so it's one reaction, so it's just
only
the first one.
Yeah, I think it would just be the first one.
And then it has advantage, so that doesn't count. So it's 17 minus 1, so it's an 11 to hit you. Still reeling, it misses once again as it moves in towards you. Victor, now surrounded by these Anubians, what are you doing? Both of them seem to still be kind of swaying and reeling from the previous attack by Sylvester. What are you doing now?
Yeah, so after he gets done screaming Prakatsa, then he kind of reaches around the other way and screams out Moe Papashka, and he's gonna cast his version of a word of radiance.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and I would think like it doesn't totally look radiant, but I think it's gotta be radiant. So here we go. Oh, so word of radiance is a con save. So I guess let me click manage spells and put it up in there. I'm not sure why. There we go. Display. So he utters the divine word of screaming out to his father. The radiance erupts from him, and the two creatures that are within 5 feet of him both have to make con saves. I think they lose that d6 also, because it's a saving throw from Sylvester's spell.
Yeah, they're a minus d6 from what I did.
Yeah. So and it at 11th level, so they're gonna have to pass this. My spell save DC is 16 right now.
Okay, top guy gets a -2, bottom guy gets a -1, and they're rolling on con, right?
Correct.
Okay, their con is +1, so we'll go so it'll be /roll 1d20 -1. It's a +1 -2, so the top guy gets an 18.
So he just meets it. Yeah.
So he
It's a
succeeds.
6.
He succeeds because
The top guy or the second guy?
the top guy did. With the
Gnoll-um.
2.
No. He used a portent. So which one?
Oh, nice.
I guess the one with the 18. I don't know. Hold on. Which one
the
am
one
I?
with 18 would have passed.
Okay. Let's take
well,
that
do you
one.
want me to roll the second one? Do you have to do it before the next roll?
I would say so. Let's do it like that instead of me just being like.
You can
Let's
see
just
two
do-
rolls and pick which one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
the top guy is racing in. His claw is slashing in. No, wait a minute.
The top
It's not
guy is
attacking you. Yeah. So it seems to be fighting off the effect of this spell, but then suddenly it just succumbs to its effects. The bottom guy only gets a -1, and he's got a +1, so it's a straight roll. And he gets a 19. So they both would have succeeded, but one fails due to the intervention of fate brought about by our divination wizard. So what exactly is happening? The radiance you utter. So your dark radiance of Chernobog bursts forth from you.
Yeah.
And they take what 2d6
It's
radiant
3d6 because he's at level 11, so I just rolled it, and it's only for 7 because I rolled.
The spell's damage increases by 1d6. So when you reach 5th, it's 2d6. When you reach 11th, it's 3d6. All right.
Yeah. But I rolled shitty, unfortunately.
Two ones out of those.
2 1s and a 5.
7 damage.
That
So
sucks.
the guy on the guy on the top one takes the 7 damage though. He looks pretty rough. He's still holding together, but you notice that he's not quite as solid on the edges. The sand's kind of almost like if Sam could mist, you know what I mean? Like the sand would be he's aliasing a little bit on the edges.
The
with
one that
sand.
he feels like got hit already, he then uses his bonus action and casts spiritual weapon at 2nd level.
All right. Let me
it's gonna-
get you.
Let me pull that up.
Let me get you your spiritual weapon real quick. You can keep going.
Yep, really cap. Displaying BTT. And then he's going to put it like right, or do I have control of it?
Just 1 second, you will. Victor, save settings. You do have control of it. There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna this is just gonna be actually, normally it would show up like behind him, but I think
Yeah,
for
that's fine.
today, it's gonna be right here. And then goes ahead and takes an attack. I think I can roll that right here. There we go. All right. And hopefully do some damage here. Yeah, there we go. So 8.
8 points of damage. You strike this guy with your spiritual Rothenian warhammer, smashing some of the sand off of it, and the sand doesn't seem to reform. There's just a chunk of sand now missing from this guy. And your spiritual weapon is still there. Are you doing anything else?
I think I've done everything I did. So.
Cool. Daryana, as you see the sand columns rising and falling, your allies bursting in and out, a geyser of water shoot across, destroying some of them, and Victor's spiritual weapon suddenly bursting in the air. What are you doing?
To reach out and cast Fireball, but I'm gonna twin it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Firebolt, sorry.
Firebolt. Okay.
I was like, fireball where?
No, Firebolt.
Small. It's not a very big room for a fireball.
At the 2 guys attacking Victor. So,
You have a spell sniper, right?
yeah.
Oh,
So that is the first attack. 17 to hit on which one? The closest one, or the farther one?
The closest.
The closest one. 7. Wait a minute. Oh, 3d10. There you go.
That's awesome.
Damn. So yeah, when you strike this guy with Firebolt, it had exactly 19 points left. So as you strike it with your Firebolt, the sand that actually falls is burnt, and you actually hear some tinkling as some of it actually turns into glass, and chunks of glass and glass dust tinkle across the floor at Victor's feet. And your second blast.
Also, if I don't have my War Mage wand out, I want to take that out if I can.
Yeah, you cast one as you're pulling your War Mage's wand out with your other hand.
Yep.
I didn't even know you had a War Mage's wand. Did I give you that?
You did.
Yeah, we got a few wands, and that was one of them. I think there's Wand of Web and Wand of War Mage.
I remember the Wand of Web.
Yeah,
They're
Oh,
from
I
the
kind of
same
remember
store.
the Wand of the War Mage.
They're from the
Gotcha,
same
gotcha,
store.
gotcha.
Yeah,
It
I
would
bought
actually be
those.
22.
I bought them both.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a
Thank you.
+2, so that's an additional 19 points of damage plus the 2. This thing didn't even have close to that. So when you actually hit this one with the Firebolt, just like the other one, it just dissipates into burnt sand and falling shards of glass that just scatter across the ground. So Victor, as you're standing there bracing yourselves for these attacks, suddenly they both just burst into basically clouds of glass dust that sprinkles down around you. If there was light in here, it'd be glittering off of it, slow-mo, you know.
This is his first time seeing in the dark with this new like vision, so he's digging it.
There you go. Because you got it last time, but weren't in the dark at all, right?
We weren't in the dark, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so back to the top of the order. You dead, son. Get out of here. You're dead. Get out of here. Cutter, you're up.
Alrighty. So I am going to. There's only one left, so I'm gonna move over there.
Uh-oh, melee.
And, take an attack. Melee. That's all I got, man.
If you go around to
Oh
Annie,
gosh,
you get
you're saying a
advantage.
melee attack. You weren't like yelling out for me.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Who's yelling for melee?" And I was like, "I don't get it." Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So is that a hit? 19?
Let's see. A 19 sure gonna hit.
I'm
Yeah.
Blessed. Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, I get to click my roll for damage.
Hey, listen, L2, you shut your
Wow,
mouth. Dinner and a game. We're actually, I think all of us are wearing filters right now. We use snap filters to display our characters, and Jess and Jason made all of ours. So no filter.
Except Gnoll-um.
Yeah,
We
except
didn't do that
Gnoll-um.
one.
No filter.
I have a
That's
feeling
filter.
that there might be something in the mix coming up. We'll see.
So it looks like Roll20 did not take into account my attack bonus for damage. So
What do you mean? So slashing
well,
one-handed.
so it just gave
it's
me
1d8 plus 6.
a flat 7. Did it?
Total
I see rolling
one-handed
7
damage
equals 7
12
equals
total
7.
two. So you rolled
Oh,
1d10 plus 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. So it's a red circle.
Got it.
'cause
Never
you
mind.
rolled a
I was
1.
looking at. Okay.
Are you
so
doing
12,
one-handed
and
or
then
two-handed?
One-handed.
Yeah, so it's
'cause
12
I have
points
my
of
dagger.
one-handed damage. Yeah.
And I'm gonna sneak attack this baby.
Oh yeah, because you got wait. You can't sneak attack.
It's
Why not? Isn't Annie
It's
right
right
there?
next to an ally.
Yeah, Annie's
Annie. You should have sneak attack
Right?
with Annie.
Oh, Annie. Okay, yeah. Oh, I saw Annie in the middle of the room. So yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
also get bless from L2.
Oh,
Bring the
thank
clutch.
you.
The Ghoul Imperium thanks you.
Back up to double digits.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to take another little dagger swing with this boy.
Okay, wait. Hold on a second. So your first attack on this thing did how much damage? 7? No, 12.
It did 12 plus 24.
Yeah, it doesn't even like when you
Oh, okay.
slash
It's
when you
done.
come through with your half sword of the Margrave, just pull it out, actually get in a melee and slice through it. The sand just stops. You know what it's like? Have you ever seen when they aerate sand? And like you can like move in it like water, and then they turn it off, and suddenly it's just sand again. It's like that. It's moving around as your sword slices through it. Right, by the time it comes out the other side, it's just suddenly not aerated anymore, and just turns into a solid pile of sand that just spreads across the ground. And it is toast. You don't even need your sneak attack, and that is all for the Anubians. So as that last slice goes through and the final creature falls down into dust, that is where we're going to end our session for the evening.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Flew by.
Good stuff. It's good to be back. It's good to roll some
Wow.
click
It is
Andy, you
clacks.
were
to
MVP
have you
today.
back.
Can we see the real beat him though, just for one?
Okay.
Just for
for
1
sure.
second.
I did miss it.
Yeah.
Beatum's got a
yeah.
tan while he was gone. What is
Oh,
that?
look at
What
that.
is that?
Why
Spring break
am I so
SeaWorld?
tan? Why am I
That's
so
how
tan?
it's
Dang.
Dropping dollars for the
Beautiful.
haboob.
The
Yeah.
boob.
There
Wow.
you go.
Why am I so tan?
Is the lighting not picking you up? Yeah,
just the
there you
lighting.
go.
No,
it's
it's
just
just
the
the
lighting.
lighting.
Yeah.
Well, we
I need to
are
work
in
on
the
my
very
room a little
sunny
bit.
south, so maybe you fell asleep outside.
Yeah, you passed out in the sun.
On the Requiem and then just woke up.
yeah.
hunting for the perfect prey.
He's been riding around on a
possess.
Gnoll's back for days out in the sun.
So for those of you that that usually come in late and aren't here at the beginning, as Dinner Game asked and we explained, all of us wear snap filters, most of which were created by either Jess or Jason. Hey, thank you so much for the resub, L2.
Oh, thanks.
L2.
So you'll usually see us after the first couple of minutes and never see me without it because I just start with it so I don't forget it. These are the snap filters that we all wear. I do want to say though, Jess, the commitment, when you ask if it's practical makeup, the very first time that Jess ever came to my home game, our home game, when she came in as a guest player and ended up staying long, she was wearing full Dariana face makeup. And not only that, Dariana has a ruby embedded in her chest. She actually came with a ruby embedded in her chest to the first session. So the commitment is ultra real.
Okay.
And if we were playing in person, I'm sure she would still be wearing her the makeup.
And before my filter, I had this. This is what I used to wear to our home game.
Like a spam.
It's like a leather face kind of thing.
Wasn't it? When Jess showed up, it was probably the fastest you've ever given inspiration, right?
Probably.
Within
she probably rolled in wearing full makeup with a dad joke coming out of her mouth, and I was just like, take them all the inspiration.
Dad joke, yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for the resub of Marathon. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So one of the first things, if we got anyone in here not following, we are only 3 followers away from 250, which would meet our community goal. You can see it at the bottom. There's barely a black sliver left. So if you're in here and you happen to not be following, it would be wonderful if you would drop a follow, get us to that goal, and we can do that Sursa Victory, Tomb of Mercy module.
Oh, we're getting hyped.
And sub from Dinner to Game. Thank you so much for subbing to us. We really appreciate that. Take us into a hype train with the resubs and the new subs. So thank you so much, Dinner to Game. But yeah, we have just a crack's worth left of that community.
Whoa!
And Dinner to Game coming in with
Here
the
comes the
5
train.
gifted as well.
Choo.
Wow, thank you so much. We now have subs for Circle to Yim, Votable, Pick Mario, Evan Blair Art. Love Evan Blair Art. You gotta go check him out if you don't. And Crank 55555. Seriously, thank you. We really appreciate that. And as I said, we are just
I never get to put in bits, so I'm like, I need some badges.
Right?
Oh, okay. Well, who are you giving up? Well, you can't bless anybody. You just get some badges.
Getting Banes because
Banes
I'm
are 150,
crazy.
buddy.
Oh, I'm gonna need another 50 then. Here we go.
I have 51,000 ready for Theros on Monday.
Oh, I have 30,000. Yeah.
I'm like
Parting,
36,000, and tomorrow. Actually, I'm.
The return of Brazino.
So speaking of this coming Monday, we are starting Act 2 of Theros on Monday the 19th at 7 p.m. For those that don't know Theros, it is originally a Magic the Gathering setting that was converted to 5e, and long before the setting book came out, our wonderful player Andy Beatum / Gnoll-um had been playing it in Magic the Gathering and tinkering with it as a potential D&D story. So 150 biddies to me to give me a Bane. But please, if you want to go check out, can someone drop a exclamation point website in the chat? You can catch up on all of the. Do I really have 11 Banes?
Mm-hmm.
I do. Fuck. I got 12 Banes now. I got to start dropping those on like every roll. You can see Act 2, Meletian Mystery, starting on Monday. I'm actually going to be a player in that. I got to guest star for the finale of Act 1, tomorrow's Twilight. So as Meletian Mystery starts, I will be there. I believe Eric is still going to be there as Brazino Jr. the third.
Brazino the fourth.
Junior the fourth. Nico, I think, will be out. So as of right now, I believe it It is Nostis, the DM, and Brazina
Sisla.
Jr. the fourth coming in. And the wonderful Janelle Sisla 22 in the
and
chat.
Janelle and Savaris, who's not here tonight, but looking forward to having Cam for his premiere on the stream.
Oh yeah,
can't wait for that. So please check out Theros. Fuck you, Cloudbot, for being a garbage piece of shit all night long.
Was Cam Captain Rain?
Different Cam.
In the day? Oh, different
No,
Cam.
Different Cam.
Okay.
Yeah,
different
different
Cam.
Cam.
I had the same question.
Savaris. Yeah,
Go
different Cam. If you watch L2's Star Wars Squadron streams ever on Saturday night, you will see Savaris just fucking murking Imperials. He is definitely one of our aces. Awesome guy. Super excited to play with him. Super excited to play. You can catch us every Wednesday, continuing along with Dark Kingdoms for Marathon coming in with the 2200 bits.
Whoa.
Wow.
I think that puts us above and beyond that. I don't
booby.
even know where that's coming
He's a
into.
choo-choo train.
What is level 3 complete? Definitely bumping up to level 4. Amerison, thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
That's awesome.
We're puts us halfway through level 4, so thank you so much. For those that are unaware, this game, the first 30 episodes of it was actually at home. This was our home game before we started streaming. You can watch our 0 session catch up, which is a reminder of the first 30 episodes, but this is our 50th session together playing this game, which is crazy. And our 20th session on stream. I think 50 is a great milestone. I wish we would have done something a little bit more, but I completely forgot what number we were on. But I think
for maybe him back.
I brought Beat 'em back. That was totally me that did that.
I think
maybe 25 on stream. We will do something maybe a little bit special for our 25th. Maybe that could be one of our community challenges or something like that. But this is not our 25th stream on the channel. It is just our 25th game of DK. So maybe it'll be DK related. I'll think of something fun, or I'll forget and not do anything. Probably more likely. So to just wrap this up a little bit. 25 finger guns. Let's go to my Dark Kingdoms.
Do we level up?
1 second. Outro checklist.
Oh, no.
Level if they leveled. You did not level. Thank you everyone for all your support. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Amerison. I know Circe was in here earlier. L2, Ducky, everybody that is here. You're all wonderful, awesome human beings. I can't wait to play Monday. Theros, Meletian Mystery, Arc 2, Act 2, The Curtain Rises on Theros. Monday. Come check us out. 7 p.m. PST, PDT, right here.
And tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
check us out.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have more darkness.
We have
with Merkborg.
Merkborg. Did I actually
Episode
add
3.
Merkborg? It doesn't matter because Cloudbot's being a piece of shit. Anyway, we are starting episode 3 of, or doing episode 3 of Merkborg with myself, with Jess, with Jason as our DM, with Ducky, and Janelle. If we could get a Ducky in the chat, that would be fantastic. If Cloudbot doesn't just keep on fucking sucking. Yay.
Doubled
Could
it.
we? Yeah, it's fuck Cloudbot and Streamlabs. It's supposed to be Archive Bot. You're just pissing me off tonight. Circe Victory is just a wonderful friend of the community. Again, we are only 3 followers away from running his Tomb of Mercy module. And Sketch Risk, if we could get an exclamation point Sketch Risk in the chat, is the amazing artist who did all of the art. I think it's right here. And
you
on
got
the
it.
BRB
You got it
screen
right.
and everything. Yeah, right there. So go check him out. He is amazing. If someone could just drop socials in chat, if someone could just drop a website in chat, please go check it out. Janelle has been running our website and it's fantastic. You can keep up to date on news. You can get our all of our YouTube videos. You can get breakdowns of many of our sessions, not DK, I think all the rest of them. You can get fucking everything. The website looks amazing. Please go check that out. We are actually going to raid another stream. Jason, if you want to talk about Merkborg just a little bit for tomorrow, we will decide who we are going to raid as I look that up.
Sure. So tomorrow, we have traveled. What has it been, like 30 feet in a catacomb?
You guys went through a couple of rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
guys
in
did get through a
Merkborg?
couple
In
of
Merkborg.
rooms.
I gotta
Yeah.
catch
Merc
up.
board.
you-
Yeah,
Now
that's
you
what I
know
mean.
my struggle.
I was making a joke. I was making a joke.
You never know how much to prep because the
It was-
party only goes.
It was
this
kind of
far.
Ryan's.
And-
It was Ryan's fault though. He was stuck in the room the whole time. Episode 1.
So the
well-
different thing about the Mercborg prep was it's kind of it's like a non-linear thing. So I had to literally prep the entire thing. So the good news is it's all done.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
whatever you guys do, wherever you go, I'm ready for it.
Nice.
And I think you guys are pretty. I guess Ryan took some damage. We took some damage for the first time.
Oh yeah, I stepped in a trap like a dumbass.
Yeah, that was something.
It was something.
You're very forthcoming with your needle. You're just like
Yeah.
walking around poking all the eyeballs. It's good times. And they met a cannibal that Ryan decided to kill as well, out of spite, I'm assuming. Yeah, I thought they were gonna keep him as a. It's funny, he surrendered.
Right?
He was on his knees begging for his life, and I was like, "Wow, this is interesting. Are they gonna use him
Yeah,
for
adopt a
bait
cannibal.
or something?" Nah,
Nah.
A cannibal.
that's okay though.
An American Mercborg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we are going to raid Ribbinator. They are doing a 24-hour tabletop charity stream for Extra Life. So that's always
Cool.
a good thing to jump into and raid. Show some love, show some support. Drop those evil raids into the chat when we do that. Thank you, Marison. We just
Yes.
finished a level 3 hype train, I think it was. Again, thank you, everybody. Check us out tomorrow for Morkborg. Check us out Monday for Act 2 of Theros, and come by next week to see what we continue to do in this Catacomb to Anu Akma in the Grand Necropolis of Seawall. We're going to cut to our end screen. We are going to do the raid. And thank you so much all for being here. So we will see you next time.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.